but I was trying to figure out if they had a product that people would really need and that it would make sense with the price. And it was really hard for me to find it, really, really hard. And so that was when we started the quest, because I said, really network marketing should work because, for example, I sell a lot of my cell phones because I like the Samsung Galaxy. So I sell that cell phone and they don't pay me anything. The same way we sell anything that we like, and nobody pays anything to us. So it made sense. So I said, well, what if we find a product that people really need, that is really, really good, and that we could sell at a really affordable price. And that's when we found this technology. It's been in Asia for around 18 years now, that particular technology. We found that in 2015, yeah. And when we decided to bring it to this side of the world, we started negotiating and all of that, and at the end we ended up launching Nspire Network, which is the company we launched last year with this product, Cherish. We improved some of the old designs, and we, from June 2017 to June of this year, only from that product, we made almost $6 million in sales, which is a $7 product. So you would imagine how many we had to sell. And it was only because it made sense. Not because we were good at all, because we were the top guys with nothing. It's just that every time we would do this, it would make sense to people. So that's what we really wanted. That's why we're here. I wanted just to share the whole story. Because that way we understand that what we're offering here is something that any of us really can develop, and if we want it, we can make an extra commission from it, and if we want it, we can actually make quite a lot of money from it. And now we joined forces. The company, we had some issues with some partners, and the company was about to go bankrupt, by the way. And we had the blessing of meeting with a company founded by a billionaire that actually lives nearby. He lives here in West Palm Beach. And he saw the project, he loved it, and he said, they just wanted to do this with us. And they saw the numbers, they saw that it really works. They also knew and noticed why the company was going through so many bad situations. It had nothing to do with the product, everything to do with the partners. So they decided to join forces right now, and that's what we're going to offer here. So the founder of this company is David Gilmore. He lives, like I said, he lives actually here in West Palm. And he is the founder of Fiji water. I don't know if you know that water that we see like in every restaurant. So he's the founder of Fiji water. He's also the founder of Intercontinental Hotels, Barry Gold Mine, all of that. And he bought the Wakaya Island, which is in the Fiji area, in the 70s. And he started producing turmeric and ginger. The whole island is organic. You can research all of this. The whole island is organic, certified, and it's a really fertile and rich soil. So he started creating these products. And in 2011, he decided to launch yet another company, and he called the company Wakaya Perfection because it's coming from the Wakaya Island. So it was so good, the product, that even Oprah, if you find, also you can research that too. Oprah already featured the products 2 times as one of her favorite products. in her magazine. So in 2 years ago, he was already selling okay, to the stars and celebrities and all of that. And he said that he wanted the product to be a little bit more mainstream in the sense that people would understand the story and the power behind his products because there was a lot of testimonials. And that's when they decided to launch now Wakaya Perfection. They remodeled the company and now they launched just actually 2 years ago now, a month from now. Actually, this month they have their birthday, I think. And they launched now a network marketing model of the same company. So that's what we're joining forces with. And just recently, we don't even have a month since we merged the database and since we brought the products to this platform. And this is pretty much what we're bringing. I gave you pretty much the whole business concept before even the presentation. So, because to my understanding, all of you saw the demo.
She did, and they really okay, but they haven't seen the demo.
Oh, okay.
And her Sonia husband.
Okay.
They haven't seen it.
Okay, so we can go ahead and show you why this has been so successful. So should I guess I can do it.
Sí, aquí mismo. Tú tienes la otra, el otro pad.
Yeah.
Ya, sí puedes usar el otro.
Hay una silla allá en el medio.
¿Cualquier sí?
Sí.
Sí, aquí está.
Sí,
Aquí,
para que
aquí.
Okay. So
We will be starting the demo shortly. Thank you so much to everyone that's joining us online. Hi everyone. We'll be starting now.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we have. It's gonna be an English demo, so I guess that's the English website, right? Okay. This is a sanitary napkins, which I felt really weird the first time I was holding one. It was 2.5 years ago. But this is a very well-known device for all females at this point. There's also the other like really used, the most used right now in the United States is become the tampons. So we got the question of why don't we make tampons? We were about to make tampons, and when we started researching, which I invite every female here to do, tampons really, like when you start researching, it doesn't really have a lot of good things about the use of, like there's not a lot of good things out there. So when we found so many negative things about that, we didn't feel good about doing a product that has some, liabilities. So many. So even the TSS, which is a big thing that is being promoted now to be aware of and all of that, tampons are really, they have a really big relationship with all of those cases. Just recently, and I'm just citing things that you can find out. There's this model that just recently had her both legs amputated just because of the TSS, and then another one that just died just from TSS. And it's all linked directly to the tampon. So now they're creating a campaign. So we didn't want to go there. We didn't want to get near to such a invasive, and that's not what we wanted. So we stayed here, and if you notice, this is something that is supposed to be going into the most intimate part of the ladies, but it's already open. So every time you and every time I would ask this to a group of ladies, it would be the same. Pretty much there was really small percentage of them that really use a pouch that they sell, but most of them they would just throw that like into a purse, and so there's a problem here for health because you get stuff here coming in, and that's supposed to be going to your intimate part. So that's contamination, a really liability right now. So you open here, but it was already open on the side. This model, maybe you know it. If this is the brand that you use, which is a good brand. This model says, I'm not actually, you can read it.
Yes, it says that it's up to 10 hours.
Okay.
Liquor protection.
Which like every time we read that, all the females always laugh, because why do you laugh? For example, 10 hours. It's not true. All females laugh every time we read it. We always make people read it, and they all laugh in the crowd. We don't do anything else, because it's like a lie that everybody just accepts as marketing, right? I mean, I'm not saying that. It's just every time we read it. So 10 hours, right? Up to 10 hours, no problem. Look at the size. You would figure this size is so big is because why? Because this is a night version, right? This is ours. Number one, it comes sealed, so you don't have to worry about, you see, completely sealed. So you don't have to worry about contamination, even if you throw like in your purse. The other part is, this is not the night version. This is actually the day version, which is what that means is this is smaller. You see? Much smaller. Okay. And Karen, I'm gonna need you here. Okay, please do this.
Okay.
With this side of your hand.
Okay, Karen's doing this.
Just touch here. I know you haven't seen it, so that's why.
Like this or?
Yeah, well, whatever. Touch here. Is there a difference?
Yes.
What's the difference?
This one's softer and this one's a little bit more rough.
And rough. And how you feel that? And what do you feel? Do you feel like that this is what?
Uncomfortable.
Okay, that's a good description. Thank you. So uncomfortable, rougher, softer. So by default, I would say more comfortable, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Stay over here because this will continue.
Yeah. Let me use this.
We
This
saw
is
it
bigger.
yesterday, so.
So
Wow, that's a big one.
yeah, this is for like horses and stuff. So and for big guys. So this is some educational stuff that I'm gonna ask later if you've heard any of this. I don't know if you knew that a female would have a flow of from as small and as little as 5 milliliters all the way up to 50 milliliters in one day. I don't know if you knew that. And that's heavy flow. It's literally called, and it's called heavy flow. It's got its own category. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate a lady having 50 milliliters. Let's say that any of you had to go for a whole day without changing, which at some point in your life you had to have that problem. Like one day, there was one day that I mean, I don't know why, but every time we say it, seems like all the ladies had that experience someday. So I'm gonna even this out, even though we know it's not like this. It's just 1 point if I were supposed to do it right. And I'm gonna do the same here. The same 50 milliliters, actually make it a little bit more. I'm gonna do the same for this one, which is smaller. We can see that, right? It's way smaller. So, and I'm gonna focus a little bit more in the center, as it should be, than I did with this one. This one I went all the way to the, try to stay here. So we have 50 and 50. So what do we expect from here? This is, okay, this is one. Karen, if you would be so kind to sit here and put some pressure on both, with both hands, one left and right, and let me know when it gets wet. It gets wet.
Well, this one's already wet.
She's soaked.
Yes.
Okay, and this one?
I haven't felt much.
Okay, how much is this? Like 99% dry?
Yes.
And this one?
100% wet.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's actually what we're bringing to the market. And keep in mind that we went straight ahead to put, like I did this one first. So we have this, we have this. So another thing that we just found out is that all females, and you're gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I don't know other than what I read and I hear from you, is that you change not because you use it and you think, okay, within 3 hours I have to change again. You actually change as soon as you feel uncomfortable. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Like, it really doesn't matter about the hours, it's about being comfortable. If you changed right now and within 20 minutes you feel uncomfortable again, are you gonna change? Mm-hmm. So this is all that matters, right? So let's do this. Let's do an experiment here. We're gonna open it because we wanna see what's going on here. So I was a product developer, so I'm used to, reverse engineering products, and this was the cool part for me, destroying a product and seeing what's inside. So, Karen, please hold it and let me know how it feels. Is it wet?
Yes.
How wet?
Pretty wet like that.
And what do you feel here?
Like before rough, even more like hard.
What's the material? Is it cotton or is what?
Like plastic.
There you
It's
go.
like plastic. Okay, that's what you say. I didn't say anything. Let's see here. Did you guys see like the design that he had? Right, it was really cool. It said 10-hour leak protection. Okay, let's see what what this technology is about. What do you see here? It's just like a printed paper, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the technology we have. Nothing else to say about that. So now let's talk about the harmful or the potential harmful materials here. I'm not saying this is what's causing any trouble, but I'm saying when you research on this, you're gonna find out about quite a few things. Number one is this is not. What do you think this is? There's polymers. You see like crystallized things here, but also this is paper. This is not cotton. Okay, this is paper. So we have just one concern with paper when we research. This is not me saying, I'm just repeating what we have investigated with this bleached paper. This is bleached paper, which is what that means is it was not white. Okay? And when you research a little bit more, it all comes from garbage, pretty much. That is, so you've seen it, right? You've seen the documentary. So pretty much it's just all of that. You take it, you bleach it, you make it white. But then there's another concern. When you do a bleaching process, you have a byproduct that pretty much every time you do a bleaching process like this one pops up as a byproduct. It has a really high percentage of happening, which is dioxin. So all I'm saying is all of those risks are present when any brand, it doesn't matter what brand, uses bleach paper as a pulp to absorb. So this is the absorption technology that they're using. So that's my whole point. So we're gonna pour it into the that's a really wide glass. So let's do it here. So this is the one with less amount of water, right?
Yes.
Let's just test it a little bit more. And I don't know if you noticed. I'll try to clean it a little bit. But this is what do you see here? What is this?
Glass.
Do you see any pores or holes to breathe?
No.
Okay. So that's another big concern from the OBGYNs that we've had the opportunity to share is, oh no, we have always known that. And one important thing about this is, when does irritation usually happen the most? You ladies tell me. Right after or right before you have your period?
After the period.
Right after, right? It's after you use this. It happens, the rashes, right? So the doctors were explaining to us, it all has to do with, number one, this material. That's why you use the cotton versions, right? Most of the ladies. And the other part is, you're containing all of that flow that the lady wants to just get rid of. You're holding it there, and you're not letting it even breathe. And not only that, it's wet. So now you have reverse percolation, which is your body is connected throughout the whole wetness, and you now have a reverse conduct going back to you from whatever it was here. So now you add the liabilities of maybe having some, not beneficial radicals here now flowing back to you. So that's all of that is a concern. I'm just saying that there's a huge risk of that happening with this technology. That's what we have. That's the technology. This is plastic. I don't want to. So this is something important I have to say. Plastic is not your enemy, because if not, we would not be sitting in this chair. This is plastic. It really depends is how you use it, right? And what for. So we're gonna do the same here.
This is Cherish.
This is Cherish.
The other one was another brand.
And I'm gonna explain a few things here, because I have to make this clear, just so we don't get confused. Like I said, with Cherish, it's all about the technology. We're not here trying to bring you the holy grail of organic nothing. Not at all. We just decided to be more smart about the design. And using simple materials, we created a device that is way safer. Number one, I don't know if you feel the difference here. Is it wet or dry?
Dry.
It's dry, right? Mm-hmm. And you feel the difference on the touch? Softer.
Like cotton.
So this is called soft cotton. It doesn't mean that it's 100% cotton. I have to specify that, okay? Because we want to be always clear with what we have. This is a mesh of airlaid and cotton, okay? This is something really, really safe, and it is the soft cotton of the industry. The design was made like this because I don't know if you notice, you can see through it. Mm-hmm. Because the purpose of this is that it absorbs faster. Lets the flow through faster. If you use pure cotton that we could use, by the way, we chose not to, because cotton does not help with letting it through as fast as this. That's the explanation. Because I sometimes have people asking me, why is it? It's just because of technology. We don't want the ladies to be wet. That was the whole point of this. So, but you can see the difference. Mm-hmm. This is a really powerful strip that actually we had to, well, the industry, they had to control it, and they had to make it a little bit less powerful, because it was so active that it emits far infrared technology, and it would be so dangerous that there's another brand that had an issue because theirs was too strong, and it was actually popping on the radars of the on customs. So it didn't pass the tests. Ours is completely safe, by the way. We passed all the tests, and it was measured by like all the entities of this country. Completely safe in the sense that it's emitting far infrared and negative ions. So it's really powerful. You're gonna have to try it, but it was designed so that it may help with pains. It may help with, well, it definitely helps with odors. That is one of the top testimonials we have. The odor cancellation. There's no odor at all, and we also have that it may help with killing bacteria. So that's why this is so important. This is made out of wood fiber. This is made out of vegetable fibers. Like how you call that? Oh my gosh. No, vegetal. Fibra vegetal. Is it vegetable fiber?
Vegetable, yeah.
That's the name? Okay. Never mind. So that's it.
Dice que tiene plata colateral. Colateral.
¿Que se quiere qué?
Eso tiene plata.
Oh, yeah. Entonces tiene, claro, lo que pasa es que tiene nano silver. Yeah, it has nano silver.
Yes.
It has nano silver. So that's why I said antibacterial. It has nano silver, so it may help with killing bacteria, which is all the point of all of this. But we say it may do all of that because we don't want to start creating statements because the testimonials are coming in anyways. So this is what it was designed for.
¿Usted sí sabe qué son esos circulitos?
Yeah,
Es la
that's
geometría sagrada.
La geometría sagrada.
yeah.
Esto de aquí.
Okay, well, I know that was just honestly, I didn't know it was it was that.
Usted no sabe lo que
But
tiene allí.
no, I didn't know what the design because that was the lady from Asia that she gave us the
Eso es
suggestion.
geometría sagrada.
Okay, so she suggested that because of that. That's for sure. Because they know all about that.
Y ese es plata colateral. Coloidal.
Colloidal. Oh, por eso fue que ella. That's why she suggested that design then.
Ion negative, ¿no?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the interesting part. So what's the most important thing about this product? And let's go straight to the point. The most important thing about this product is that ladies can feel comfortable, and that's it. Period. We don't have to go far, much more than that. That's it. So why this is so powerful? Because this is completely 100% polymer. It's called super absorbent polymer. That's the technical name, by the way. You can research. This is the cousin of the common salt. And if you wanted to go really chemical about it. And so it's completely safe. The same one that is used in baby diapers. Same one is used in agriculture. When you want to when you have issues with the soil retaining water, then you throw this. And that's all we use. It's 100% this. So that has this one has the most amount of water, right? This is a little bit crazy. It's a lot of water actually, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It will absorb it.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this. This is air laid. This is not cotton. I have to just make sure that we're clear with this. This is air laid. This is again that special paper that is used to make sure that it goes through, but it holds the polymer because we need something to hold the polymer. That's why when you do this, it doesn't go to the sides. You need to hold the sandwich. Technology. That's all we're offering here. This is plastic. I'm gonna start with that because I've heard somebody explaining this, and we have to be complying with this. This is not This is not a special, this is plastic. Now, it is special because it has a design. I don't know if you noticed this time. Can you do it like this? Okay, what do you feel? Like pores? Well, it actually breathes. I already made a video in Facebook. You can find it on my Facebook. I used a hot water and I did this. Put another empty cup. You could see vapor going through. With the other one, with that one, you did the same. You didn't see anything going through. So that's the difference. Even the way it breaks is different. So for how long has this been here?
A long time.
A long time. I have quite a long time talking now. How long? Maybe 10 minutes? What do you think is going to happen if I do this?
This is the other brand.
Yeah, this is the other brand. This is the first. It's gonna do what? Now I'm making a mess, right? So for how long has this one been?
2 minutes. 2 minutes less.
Maybe 2 minutes or 3. I don't know.
This is Cherish.
This is Cherish. What do you think will happen if I do the same thing I was doing like that right now? If I do this, what do you think is gonna happen?
Nothing. The water is retained.
And how much water does this one have?
More than that one.
Way more, right? You see water coming out?
It absorbed everything.
Absorbs everything, right? And this one?
Still has the water.
Okay, so what do you think about that? Do you think this works, really?
He's looking at it.
So this is my point. I really didn't have to go through all of the things that I said. I could only just show you.
That's it.
And you would have been, the same way you would have been convinced, yes or no?
Yes.
That's why I'm here. That's why we decided to do this project. Because we're tired of playing with people. We're tired of making claims and stuff like that people sometimes feel that they really don't know. So we decided to bring something to the market that it doesn't really matter how good I talk. It doesn't really matter. If you can just pour water into one and the other and just do this, you're done with the demo, you're done with the sale. Oh, she's gonna. So Luzmila it's gonna even overflow because that's how much water. If we leave it there for an extra 2 minutes, it's gonna do the same again. It's gonna absorb it.
I love to play with this.
Yeah. So and we're still still is gonna spill water. So that's what we're bringing to the world, and that's why I'm so passionate about this project, even though I'm a guy, because I feel so confident about putting my face to this and saying this helps, this works, because you don't need to believe my words. You can actually see it for yourself. And that's what you do when you bring it to the world. So this is what's about to happen with this project in the United States and the world. We are launching now with this other big company. So now we are Wakaya Perfection. That's the name of this project. We have the backing of a very successful team of executives. And this is just the beginning. We literally made, so let me make this clear. We made almost $6 million in sales with this, with no company. Because the company was a total mess in operational wise. Because we didn't have any of the resources that we needed to run it. And we still made all of that money. So imagine, now that we have the backing that we needed, what is about to happen with this. So the opportunity is this. If you know a lady or if you know somebody, who of you really feel that after you've seen this, like if you already know this information, who of you feel that you want to tell this to your friends? To be honest, who of you feel like that?
I feel good that this is a new product for the women, and I think it's going to be very convenient for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I would like to show that to my daughters-in-law.
Exactly.
Because I know it's going to be healthy for them.
Exactly. So that's my point. When we launched the product, this is what happened. We did a beta test for actually a year now in Dominican Republic. There was no business. There was no. We were just beta. We tried to make it a business. We couldn't. And still, the ladies, the females, they were referring the product anyways. So right now, I have a bunch of females waiting for this in that country, and they're really mad at me because we haven't brought it yet. But they're really pissed because they got used to this, and now they have to go back to that because there's no more product of this over there. So we obviously later we're gonna have to do it, and same with Ecuador. We have quite a bunch of people there. So
And Panama.
yeah. So my point is, even if this was not a
Que enseñe que eso también está sellado.
Oh yeah. Even the packaging is resealable, so it's not even the same. So you notice the typical bags. I don't want to show it because I don't want to show the other brand, but you know this can seal back again. But the other ones, you know, they don't. It's just a plastic bag. You open it and it's gonna be open forever. So
Los diarios también.
you have the panty liners. This is for the everyday use. You have this for day use, and this is for the night use. And I have the
Oh, you do? Oh, let me see it.
and I have the one that everybody wants. That's not here. That's sold out. Is the overnight. And actually, I have like a few. Yeah. So that's the whole line of products. So
Okay, let me get it all together.
that's yours.
Huh?
That's yours.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give you this as a gift.
Thank
Oh,
you.
good.
So you have your
Thank you.
complete set.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Lower that one.
Let's see this.
Now there you go.
There you go. I like my little display.
So basically, so this is what's about to happen. Cherish will be the most used brand of sanitary napkins in this country, for sure. In the next 5 years.
And this one is good for the people, the old
Háblale
people
para la
too.
gente adulta.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me explain
Yes.
this thing. My aunt, she doesn't need this anymore, but she uses this and she's in love with this one. She's actually the lady that you see in the video speaking in Spanish because she's from Dominican, and she swears by this. This is a life changer for her.
Yeah.
And she said so, and she was willing to say it in a video, but we never showed that. But she gave the
Nosotros tenemos un testimonio sobre el uso de eso.
Oh, sí.
Con una señora de 60 años.
Okay, ¿cuál fue?
The doctor was giving a class that we go on Saturdays. He don't put my face.
Okay, go ahead.
Sigue, stop. I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys.
Don't worry.
I'm not ready for this meeting. So he was telling us that a lady that had maybe 60 years old was having some
It's not on your face. It's
Yeah,
showing
it's
to
on.
us.
vaginal issues.
Vaginal
and,
issues.
and was having severe vaginal problems for last 3 months or something, and went to the gynecologist for several days and couldn't fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this doctor kind of gave her some homeopathic medications and all of that, and recommended this in
Le
1 week.
llevó.
Oh, sí, él-
What, the Cherish?
Sí, le llevó.
Oh, the
The
Cherish brand.
doctor
He
recommended the
purchased- yeah,
cherish.
he purchased
This
that,
one?
the homeopathic doctor.
Sí,
He
lo
purchased
llevó.
that and gave it to her for a combination of treatment. And could you believe in 1 week the lady was all the
Wow.
problems that she has for maybe 2 months? Is that what he said? 2 months he couldn't.
Wow.
Finally, she got better from it.
Wow, can we get
Y
in touch
ese
with
le-
that lady?
y
I would
ese
like
le
to.
hace- es por eso.
Yeah, so basically that's for this.
Yeah,
E
that is what he
incluso-
said, because that has
Los iones negativos.
the colloidal
Placa.
silver,
Mm-hmm.
which is the nano, and also geometry,
Era geometría sagrada.
the
Sacred geometry.
Esos
And
circulitos que
something
están
else.
ahí. ustedes no
He
saben.
mentioned 3 things that has, and the lady got cured in 1 week.
In 1 week.
Plus, they told him to put it under the face.
Oh
yeah, you said
that you can put that under
Yeah, so basically, a lot of people when they're done with this
el
demo,
diario
they
ponemos
save
para-
this and they use it which I usually do. I saved these to use them later. So let me explain scientifically
Please.
a little bit about this. What happened with this is that it uses a mineral, which is that mineral.
That's what he also mentioned. He mentioned some kind of minerals in that one.
Yeah, it's actually tourmaline. Tourmaline. I don't know what
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline in English. Yeah, that's it. I know what you mean. I know in Spanish. What happens with tourmaline is it actually emits a frequency because we all irradiate. We all are bodies that irradiate some sort of radiation. Because when you see people, oh, that has radiation, that's bad. No, everything. Radiation. Yeah, thank you. Radiation. So difficult in English. I learned English by watching TV, so excuse my English. So radiation.
This is
Tourmaline.
Oh, that is?
Oh, you have tourmaline.
The black
Yeah, well, the thing with that is if you go to the forums of doctors, you're gonna find out about what far infrared is doing for the body. So much so that in Korea, there's a lot of technologies now just with this, just for pain management. Because
Para el dolor también.
yeah, for pain management. Yeah, so it's used. There's actually a device, really powerful device that is coming to this country. That is like a patch that now another company is using as a network marketing device too, and it's really powerful. And for pain management, that kills pain like nothing I've ever seen. And that's pure just that far infrared technology. It also has that one has a little bit of ginger, but
Sorry to interrupt. The phone is gonna die, so if we can say goodbye to all the people online, they've been saying it's a wonderful demo.
hey
We wanted to
Jordan,
get-
hey,
¿Quiere un cargador?
Just say goodbye.
bye.
Bye,
¿Tiene un
guys.
cargador?
The phone is dying, so we'll reconnect later. Thank you.